Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. As you can hear, hopefully, the engine is running very well. I decided to start this video here with the actual results instead of like, I don't know, going through the steps painfully one by one. This is my first time actually messing with a diesel engine, and a little bit of backstory for those of you who haven't been following this channel. I basically moved my boat down from Napa Valley Marina, which is in the North Bay, to the South Bay, to Oyster Point Marina, where I've been for the last 6 months, 8 months about. Right when I got in there, I took it out sailing, the boat out sailing once by myself, and my engine died in a really bad place, basically right when I was coming out of the marina. It was not good. So basically it really kind of threw me for a loop. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with the engine. I was having all kinds of issues with oil leakage. What I thought is basically the motor was kind of had it and that I should look for alternatives. I spent a long time trying to get an electric outboard situation working on the back of the boat. And so the last time I was here, I spent a good, I don't know, 2 months fiddling with it. I built this whole like engine mount on the back of the boat. You can go check out that video if you want to. Anyway, I got the electric motor on there. I got it all rigged up. I took it out for a test and quickly realized that it was drastically underpowered. It wasn't going to really work. It would work really well for somebody who just wanted to get in and out of the marina and go do some sailing. But if you wanted to go anywhere for real, it just wasn't a safe option. So I went back to Washington State for a while and regrouped and tried to figure out my next steps. So yeah, I decided the best thing to do was to do my best to take a look at this diesel engine, and I thought at first maybe I would find someone to help me find a mechanic. Excuse me. So yeah, at first I thought I would find a mechanic, you know, just pay him a lot of money and have him try and fix my diesel engine. But quick search around the Bay Area, pretty much nobody available to come out to the boat and actually do the work. And since the boat wasn't moving, I couldn't actually take it somewhere to actually get the work done. So just because I had no other options, I figured out how to fix a diesel engine. Basically, I started off with the problems that I was having, which was mainly the oil pan leak. I thought that was the main problem. So I put a new gasket on that, and I attached the pan to the bottom of the engine. Flashback. I am just completed about 48 hours worth of solid work on the motor here, and I'm going to show you what I accomplished. First, the most obvious thing is I reran the battery because I had all my new battery stuff in here. So there was that, I did that. And then of course on the very bottom of the engine, just down here, you can see a little bit of it in the corner of it down here. That's the oil pan, and that needed basically a whole new seal around the edge of it. So I removed that. That was really difficult. That took the longest. 16 bolts hold that whole thing together or hold it up into place, and it's really difficult to get to the back bolts. So that took hours and hours just to get that right. But took it off, and then, you know, added some kind of goopy sealant thing around the edge, and then actually cut out like a seal from this special material. Got that done. That was good. And then I replaced this little bit of hose that had blown a little like crack in it, and it was starting to drip. So I replaced that. And then probably the biggest thing that I fixed or put right on the engine, and I changed the oil on this motor before I left Bodega Bay. And so I was like getting ready for the trip. I drained all the oil out, and I put fresh oil in, and I put a new filter on. The filter I got from a box that the previous owner had left on the boat. He had a box of stuff like filters and radiator bands and just different bits for maintenance, you know? And so he had these filters in there ready to go, and I took it out of the box, and it looked like a oil filter. And it fit right on the engine, no problems at all. And I hand tightened it just like they tell me to do, and I didn't even think about it. Turns out that was not an oil filter, that was a fuel filter. And so I'm thinking now that all the problems I was having was all because I had the wrong filter on. And essentially, like a fuel filter, the little tiny microscopic holes that like filter the fuel are smaller on a fuel filter than they are on an oil filter for obvious reasons. Basically, it was running terribly since I changed the oil back in Bodega Bay. So I motored basically all the way from Bodega Bay, underneath the Golden Gate Bridge, around the corner, all the way up to Napa. I did all the work on the boat, you know, and then put it back in the water, and then motored all the way back down. Well, we sailed a bit more on the way back down, but we, you know, motored a lot as well going back down. So like that entire time, I was running a motor that didn't have a proper oil filter installed, and it was leaking. I think it was leaking because of it, and I think it was cutting out at higher revs because of it. So I'm about to test this thing. I've spent the last 48 hours working on this, and I am finally ready to actually test it. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm super nervous because if this doesn't work, I don't know what I'm gonna do. There we go. Let the glow plugs do their thing. I've always been told to like at least 10 seconds, so I'm gonna give 10 seconds on the glow plugs. There we go. Nothing. Okay, so I'm not out of the woods yet. I gotta figure this out. I think maybe the battery might be dead. I'm gonna check the voltage on the battery. See where we get.
2,000 years later.
Basically, I poured a bunch of diesel fuel into the fuel filter on the back of the engine, and I managed to get the engine running for, you know, about a minute to 3 minutes at a time. And then it would just randomly die again. So after taking off the fuel filter and inspecting that, I discovered that the fuel filter was emptying itself basically, but not refilling itself. So I traced the problem back to the tank area because it wasn't getting fuel from the tank. And then I discovered that there is a small lift pump that's underneath the tank that pulls the fuel from the tank and pushes it into the engine and into the filter and so on and so forth. So I didn't know if that was not working or working. There's no real way to tell when you're just looking at it. So I took it off and then took it apart and discovered that it was full of all kinds of gunk. There's actually a filter in the bottom of that fuel pump. It was covered in gunk and there was all kinds of corrosion inside the pump. So I cleaned all that out. I put it back together. I tested it on a battery just to see if there was anything different about it, and immediately it sprang to life. And so I was like, okay, there's my problem. That's why the engine is dying after a certain amount of time. So again, I put all that back together, I put it back on the engine, and then I bled the system again, which again, it took me a few tries just to get that right. I've never bled a system. Bleeding a system means that there are air bubbles and stuff caught in the lines that you need to get rid of, otherwise the engine won't run properly. Just letting the boat pass me by here. When I bled the system out again, like I was saying before, bleeding the system is getting all the air pockets out of there. When I actually had the electric pump functioning, when you open up the bleed valves on the top of the engine, on the top of the fuel filter, the electric pump actually like bleeds the system out for you, so you don't have to do the little there's like a little manual pump that you can do as well, which is I was messing with at first.
A few moments later,
I put it all back together again, started it up, and here I am out on San Francisco Bay again, finally with a functioning boat. I can actually go places and do things, and everything seems to be working great. The best part about this whole experience is that before I started, the whole thing took me 5 days. Like it wasn't just like an afternoon where I was fiddling with this thing. I woke up and I started with one problem. I fixed that problem, I found another problem, I fixed that problem, I found another problem, and it took 5 days to get through all these different problems. But I learned so much about how these little diesels work, and I am not afraid anymore. I used to be really afraid. Obviously, like, I changed the oil back in Bodega Bay and messed that up. Put the wrong filter on, and that could have been catastrophic, I suppose. But like, yeah, I'm just a lot less afraid of making dumb mistakes now, and just more familiar with the technology. And it's really great. I mean, it's running better than it has since I've had the boat, actually. It's quieter, it's less vibration. So whatever I did, it seems to be doing the trick, and I now have a functioning boat. So this morning, I got up super early when it's nice and calm, and I decided to come out here and give it a real test. I've had the motor running now for about a half an hour. I think I'm gonna head back towards the marina and land the boat again. It's been so long. Getting out of the slip was no problem. Yeah, I haven't done it in a long time, so I'm a little nervous about getting back into the slip by myself. So I think I'm gonna head back and conquer that little battle and call it a day. I just really came out to wind the motor up and let her go, see how she runs, and she's running really well, so I'm happy.
Thanks so much for watching. This was the first installment on a 7-part series. Tune in next week when I return back to San Francisco from Washington State. I make some food, and I eat it, and I finally get the sails up. Please like, subscribe, or leave a comment. There are links to the other videos that I mentioned. They're in the description below. See you next time, and thanks again for watching, Internet.